Hello, I'm here on Churches on this very busy Wednesday afternoon. Once again, Joe Owens walking around the city centre for several hours, observing the cultural change that's transforming our treasured, beloved city centre into an unfamiliar, unfriendly place. Large parts of Scouse, long-standing Scouse communities now are being changed. They are being culturally changed, ladies and gentlemen. And like I've said many times before, you all know now, you don't need Joe Owens to tell you, you all know how this unfolds and the end result of cultural change. The end result we see in Hare Hills, Leeds, West Yorkshire, is cultural chaos. Not one particular culture dominates there, as far as I'm aware. It is an amalgamation of many cultures, ways, beliefs, values that don't even get on with one another, let alone their original host Yorkshire community that was once there. The same is now happening here in our glorious city, in the once proud working class Scouse community of Kensington and Fairfield. You see the cultural change there underway. Or another form of cultural change or cultural division is what you see in places like Blackburn, where you've got division, mistrust and parallel lives. You've got one community on one side of the road and another community living on the other side that don't speak to each other, got nothing in common and want nothing to do with each other, and have been there decades. And that sort of atmosphere, if that's the word, has prevailed since, right? They've no intentions whatsoever of talking to one another. They've got nothing in common. So they're the types of cultural change we see around the country. We now see unfolding in the once proud working class Scouse community of Kensington and Fairfield, and further afield, Smithdown Road, Breck Road, West Derby Road, County Road, Prescott Road, and many other, as I've said, long-standing Scouse communities now being changed. The politicians here in Liverpool, journalist Liam Thorpe, Liverpool Echo, or even once revered Super Scouser Ricky Tomlinson, they're not going to talk about what is happening to our city, let alone halt the onward march of cultural change we now see sweeping across our city and changing whole communities. Okay, sir, cheers. We see this now happening. So the good people of Liverpool, they know how this unfolds. They know the end result. We just watched it in London over the weekend, over the bank holiday weekend, right? So the politicians, like I've said, they're not coming to our aid. They're not coming to the rescue of the good people of this city who now see their long-standing Scouse community being changed and taken from them. Streets, whole communities now are being changed into unfamiliar and unfriendly places. It's not Joe Owens making it up. It's not Joe Owens spreading nonsense. It's the awful truth, I'm afraid. The awful truth politicians of this city don't want to deal with. They just want to ignore that it's not happening. No one's listening to Joe Owens. And the public will roll over like other communities sadly did across the country. They were communities that were waiting for their politicians to sort cultural change out. When it first started transforming their communities, they waited and waited, and the rest is history. And if we wait too long, the rest will be history here in our city. Like I've said, once the new arrivals are in the driving seat and they sink their roots so deep there in the driving seat, we dance to their tune. End of. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. Always will work. Right? We see this now happening right across our city. Kensington and Fairfield, unfortunately, will be approaching Hare Hill's status in several years' time, where that community then will just be swallowed up by cultural change. It'll be a place we once remember as Kensington and Fairfield, right? But it will no longer be Kensington and Fairfield. It'll just be a relic of it. It'll be there in name, yeah, I'm sure. Shield Road will still be there. It'll all be there, we know that. But it will never be the same place, ever. It will never, ever be the same place. We now see this transformation along County Road, Breck Road, West Derby Road, Prescott Road, and many other long-standing Scouse communities. They're being changed. They're being changed into something completely different, ladies and gentlemen, right? You don't need Joe Owens to tell you that, right? It is being changed, right? We can see that it's being changed. We see now in our city, we see the cultural change happening, right? We see it underway. It's not Joe Owens making this up. It is real and present. It is right. It's sweeping right across our city. Kensington and Fairfield and many other long-standing proud Scouts communities. I know I repeat myself, and please forgive me for doing so, but I feel I need to emphasise over and over again, overemphasise what is happening to our city. Because once it's changed, ladies and gentlemen, there is no changing it back, right? There is no changing it back. It is gone for good. It's gone forever. And we can't pass this down to our children, grandchildren, and all those amazing Scousers yet to be born. So therefore, as I've said, get ready for the next council elections here in Liverpool. I don't know when they'll be, a year or two or whatever. Get ready. Get ready to find a candidate to vote for. Join Reform UK. They got an excellent vote across Merseyside, the general election. So build on that, because they're the only party at the moment, not perfect I know, but which one is, that oppose the cultural transformation of our country as well as Liverpool. So, as I've said, get involved with them in the meantime, right? That's the best thing to do. Get involved with something that you know there's going to be a positive end to it. So, and also, as I've said, network on social media, talk to people and spread these videos, share these videos, and let's keep spreading the word, and hopefully more and more people will understand what Joe Owens is saying, because I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight, but within 5 to 10 years our city is going to dramatically have changed, where large parts of it will no longer be the Liverpool we all remember. It'll be an unfamiliar, unfriendly place, and we don't want that. We have watched what's happened to other towns and cities across the country. We have the crystal ball, right? So let's heed that warning. Remember, no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouse and proud. Okay, thank you. Hello, I'd just like to further add, I'm in the middle of Church Street. What I forgot to add is keep emailing your councillors, your MP, ask them what their opinion is regarding further cultural change. Will they be opposing further cultural change? Are they for it? And keep putting them on the spot as to what their opinion is and what they intend to do, if anything. And then, like I've said, you can make up your own decision then who you plan to vote for in any forthcoming election. Also, as well, as 2 slight edits previous video. Sometimes these things happen, it's out of your control sometimes, so bear with me. I don't like editing videos, but like I say, sometimes it's out of your control. So That's why there's 2 edits. So all the same, don't forget, email, or even at surgeries, ask them what their opinion is regarding further cultural change. Are they for it? Are they against it? What they plan to do? And then you'll get an understanding then where they stand and what you think your next move should be as to who you give your vote for. You've got to pick a candidate you believe reliable, credible, and opposed to further cultural change, and give them your vote. I already know the answer from any email you get from your councillor or MP. It'll be Liverpool remains a city. Welcome to all those freeing war, no oppression. Yeah, I agree with that, but how many and for how long till our city's culturally changed? And looks like Hare Hills in Leeds, West Yorkshire somewhere. Well, exactly. So put them on the spot and see where they stand regarding further cultural change, because our city's future is at stake here, right? The Scouse legacy, rightfully our children and grandchildren, will be denied them, because we have watched what's happened to other towns and cities across the country. So we know how it unfolds and we know the end result. And remember, no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouse and proud. Okay, thank you.